This video is brought to you by Raycon. God, I'm stupid. Ladies and gentlemen, I am going to tell you about the first time I was truly horrified by something on the internet. Not something in real life, not something on LiveLeak. I mean something created by a person with the intention of scaring me. Of course, I am referring to a comic called The Bongcheon-Dong Ghost. In 2011, I was a young Saberspark. I thought, hey, I'm tough, I'm a cool guy, nothing can scare me. And my friend group around that time said, oh, you think so? Well, check out this webcomic. I was thinking, webcomic? Who's scared of a webcomic? It's just still pictures on a screen. How could that possibly scare you? And I ignored it. But then more folks spoke about it. And then more. And then more of my friends were like, wow, this comic, it's terrifying. It scares me to the bone. And that's when I said, okay, that's enough. I gotta see what the fuss is all about. And so I did. And guys, that was a mistake. Now, for the uninformed, this is an infamous webcomic from, like I said, 2011. At the time, the internet was still somewhat not mainstream. It hadn't gone full-on psycho mode yet. So these things that were kind of stirring around the public opinion of the internet, well, I wanted to pay attention to them. I wanted to be the cool guy. I wanted to talk about rage comics. So this came from South Korea. It was done by a guy named Henri. And legit, that's all I really know about the person. I think they might have released some more comics, but I don't know. I am too scared to find out. So this webcomic itself is about a woman in South Korea, how she apparently lost her child in some kind of divorce or something like that, and she went so crazy that she went up to the roof of her apartment and jumped off. And so the story goes that her soul now haunts the streets and walks around every night looking for her lost child. That's what this comic is about. All right, here we go. The comic itself. By the way, I want you all to know, I genuinely find this comic terrifying. I even tried to rewatch it on Twitch, and I was terrified multiple times. I freaked out watching it. Again, you'll find out. You will find out why this in particular is so freaky. So the comic starts off with this girl who is walking home. She notices a figure walking down the street, but something was wrong with this person. They weren't walking like a normal person would. Something was off. And by the way, so you're scrolling down while reading this comic from page to page to page. And you're thinking, well, that's just how this comic goes. You just scroll. No big deal, cowpoke. Well, let me tell you, it's about to become a big deal. So I was lured into this false sense of security. 2011 dumb me, thinking, what's the fuss? Well, I was about to find out. So you scroll down and it gets to the point where the girl is inquiring to this other figure on the street, are you okay? Do you need help? And that right there is where things take a turn. The comic starts scrolling for you. The girl's head is twisting, cracks and turns around at a 180 degree angle. I don't know, it turns around and its freaky face is now looking at you. And that, I genuinely, when I watched it for the first time, jumped out of my chair. I threw my headphones away. I did not expect that. I was not expecting for my comic to be hijacked by an animation and to hear sound effects. I had the audio at the time put to 100% and it blasted my ears. I was freaked out. And here's the worst part, folks. I did not finish it. At that moment, I said, that's it, I'm done with this comic. So then stupid me decided, well, better finish this journey. And here you go, folks. Here's the live stream experience of me reading the rest of the comic, only to discover that, guess what? There's a part 2 to this.
To a place where there would be people around. At that moment, she is not here. I hear her screaming from far away. Oh. Jesus, what the There's more! Oh, it's not funny! What? You guys, you all, oh my god.
And there you go. Terrified me in the year of our Lord 2020, finishing this comic. And legit, it still scares me. I'm even expecting to see jump scares. I'm even acknowledging the fact that the webcomic can get hijacked by these animations, to have the audio blasting in my ears. And yet, here I am, Saberspark the Fool. And I love it. There are so many movies and shows that have massive budgets, or they get super cheesy, and they go for the typical approach of freaking you out. Boo! Jump scare! Ah! Now, albeit there are jump scares in this comic, but here's the thing. I wasn't expecting that. When I watch a horror movie or play a horror video game, I am bracing myself for jump scares. The last thing I expected in a comic was a jump scare or sound. Now, I should have probably expected this when it said, can you enable Flash for this? But, 2011 Saberspark is just about as dumb as 2020 Saberspark. Trust me, I know him personally. But massive props to this comic. I think it's so cool. To this day, it still freaks me out. It still is hard for me to read this and even knowingly go into it. I can still brace myself, and yet I'm so terrified by the sound, by the visuals, that it gives me pause. And that is a testament to good writing. And also, a good webtoon. I even checked out another webcomic that did the same thing, and it got me. There's a stinking hand that jumps out of this railroad, and it got me. It's funny because after it happens to you, you think, why was I scared of this? It's just a hand. It's just a face. But you don't know that until it happens. Very much so, hindsight is 2020, right? But I'll tell you this, folks. There's only one thing more horrifying than this webcomic. In-video sponsorships. Ooh. So once again, a big shout out to this video sponsor, Raycon earbuds. Legit, I had my doubts about earbuds, but Raycon totally won me over. I use them all the time, while doing chores around the house, working on videos, going for walks, and let me tell ya, it's nice not having a wire getting constantly tangled up in me all the time. I also appreciate how stylish they look, and they fit well in my ears too. They also come with earbud adjustments to get a fit that's perfect for you. There's also a recharging case that's very potent and can get your Raycon earbuds to full power 4 times over on a single charge. And best of all, Raycons aren't stupid expensive like other brands. They're actually fairly priced, but still have a high level of sound quality. I've been rocking their latest model, the Everyday E25s, and it's their best version yet. It has 6-hour playtime, seamless Bluetooth pairing, a rich bass to the sound, and a more compact design that gives you a nice noise-isolating fit. There are also new colors to pick from. Oh, and get this. Celebrities such as Snoop Dogg, Mike Tyson, and J.R. Smith are obsessed with Raycons. So, click the link in the description below and use buyraycon.com/Saberspark to get 15% off your order. Again, I legit like these, I use them all the time, and I highly recommend them.